Good morning. It's Tuesday, February 26th, and this weekend we had a really cool time at church, and we had a guest pastor, and at the end he was just like sensing that God was just identifying like different groups of people for prayer and for healing and for freedom. And I don't know about you, but I have just like struggled as people have said like that they've heard the voice of God and God said to do this um and so I've been trying to learn more about that, and I've been frustrated because when I sit and I'm like, okay, God, talk to me, like nothing really comes sometimes. But I have learned that God can talk. Well, obviously he can talk in many ways. I think he talks through other people, through nature, through his word, obviously. But also I've learned recently that he can talk through like pictures in our mind, or bringing scripture into our mind, or other words, or like potentially when you're like praying for someone else, he could put something in your mind about them, or about what they've been going through, or how they feel. So this morning I sat down with God and I was like, Lord, I really want to hear your voice. And so I was just like praying through some things, and then I there was a picture that came in my head, and it was like a silver pipe, and I was like, and I felt like it was in my hands, like my hands were almost heavy, and I was like, God, like why is there a pipe in my hand? And everything was really still, and I felt like he said like, look what's written on it. And it was like all these Hebrew letters as I like peered closer, and this is all in my imagination, in my mind. And then he said, look closer, like it's in English. I mean, it like transformed kind of. And the words, you are beautiful, were written on the pipe. And I felt like God said, it's not a pipe, it's a mirror. And I want you to see yourself as I see you. And I've always struggled, like, not just beautiful externally, but I think being beautiful in general, uh, especially with our society. And so it was really amazing, and I was just like, whoa, like the God of the universe just said that I was beautiful. And I started to cry, and it was really cool. I felt like he just like unlocked some broken pieces in my heart, and it was just beautiful. And so I was like, Lord, like tell me other things, and so my encouragement to you is that I think God a lot of times will speak to us, but we have to make space. And also, there's a verse about God not being in an earthquake, not being in thunder, but being in a whisper. And I think when we quiet ourselves, that's how we begin to learn his voice, just like spending time with anyone else in a relationship. So my prayer for you today is that God's voice through his word, but also through his living voice in our minds and our hearts, that it would speak to you today. And I pray that you would carve out time just to sit with him, light a candle, and just ask him to speak, breathe, and see what he does. So I pray blessings over you today. I pray that you would also know that you are beautiful. God delights in you, and he sees so much more in you than you probably even see in yourself. So have a blessed day. Bye.